Hi there folks, welcome back to the channel, hope you're all well. This week's project is a little bit of a gift. We're going to see some friends this weekend in Wales, so I thought I'd make them a platter just as a token really. They are not aware at the moment that I run a channel, so I want to show them something that I turn, and hopefully once I show the video of it being made, she will be wowed. I hope she will. I hope you will, Brenda. So anyway, what I've found is I've got a piece that's 10 inches across by 2 inches thick. So my plan is to make a bit of a serving platter. Well, it's obviously going to be for decorative reasons or purposes, should I say, so it doesn't really matter. But my plan is to put a bit of detail work around the ring, and the way I want to try and do that is I have the detailer that I've had a play with, but I've never ever used it on a piece yet, so hoping this is going to come out okay. So that's my plan. But what I'm going to do before I actually do it on the good surface, I'm going to have a practice on the back, because obviously we're going to scallop the back out, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to flatten the back out, and then I'm going to put a ring round, and I'm going to have a bit of a play with the detailer in the outer wall. So that's my plan. And then what I want to do is, once I've got the detailing, I want to use some of the Hampshire Sheen colours and waxes to try and bring out the detail. So that's the plan. So let's get this puppy on the lathe and see what we can knock out. Hopefully it'll come out how I've got it in my head. You never know, do you? But we'll see what happens. So I'll meet you guys over at the lathe. Right, so we have it on the lathe. She's a little bit unsquare, so what we'll do is I'll round it up and then level the front, and then we'll have a bit of a go with the detailing tool and see what we can come up with. Like I said, I've only ever used the detailing tool for practicing with, and I've never really been very successful with it. But saying that, I watched a couple of guys at Maker Central, and I have a little bit more knowledge now, so, and I haven't tried since, so we're going to have a bit of a go. So you know what they say, you don't know until you try, so we're going to have a go. So anyway, let's get this rounded up and go from there. Right, so now I've flattened it up. I know it's not perfect, but I just want to have a bit of a go with this detailer just to see what we can and can't do. Now, from when I was watching the guys at the weekend, I think from what I understand, it depends on the angle, it's depending on the pattern you get. So obviously if we're going that way, it's going to try and snatch out, so we need to try and do it that I believe. So I'm just going to go slow and give it a go. So I don't know if that is too fast. I might have to change the belt speed. I'll try it. I don't know if that's too fast. No, I'm happy with that. That looks quite nice. And I would imagine, is it the faster you go, the more pattern? Let's just try a little bit more. So what I'll do is I'll just speed up a little tiny bit and see what the difference is. It's not much difference really. So I take it, the more you open it, the tighter the pattern. So let's try that. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that, can you? Zoom in a little bit. It doesn't seem to, depending on the angle you have, it doesn't really seem to space it out any different. I'm going to clean it up again and give it another go and see whether we speed up drastically. It makes a lot of difference. So we'll try it. I think the trouble I've got is because this is such a big wheel. The guys I was watching make seem to have a smaller one. I'll have to inquire or do a bit of research and see where the smaller one came from. But it's I think this may be a bit too big for small detailing. So, but anyway, we're going to use this for this project because obviously this is what I've got. So I'm just going to do another pattern roughly where the outer lip's going to be, and we'll see how it comes out. So that was that way. What I'm going to do is turn it that way and see if I get a crisscross effect. Yeah, I like that. I might do that, just a little crisscross effect in there and just see what we come up with. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do, just something basic around it. This is a bit of decoration, it's nothing major. So we'll get on with turning our bowl now. And not a bowl. We're not doing a bowl, we're doing a platter. So we'll get on turning our platter, and then we'll just put a simple pattern in the top. So we'll get the bottom shaped, get a tenon in the bottom, ready to flip, and see how we go. sanded the bottom up to 400 now. As you can see, I've just put a little bit of detail in the bottom there. But I'm wondering whether I should do that with the black embellishing wax. The reason being to highlight it, but obviously you're not going to see it being on the base. So I'm in a little bit of turmoil what to do. I think I might burn the black rings just to give it a bit of a look, but I think I'm going to leave this. Yeah, I'm going to leave that because, like I say, you're not going to see it really. This is a bit OTT. So what I'll do is I'll burn the bottom rings out excuse me, and then I'll sand and seal it, and then we'll give it another sand through, and then hopefully that should virtually be the bottom sorted. So yeah, so let's get those burnt and see what they look like. All I'm going to use to burn is, I believe these come from McDonald's, one of their stirring sticks. I usually, well, like everybody, take more than what you want, and they're perfect for mixing up small quantities of resin and also burning, so just easy. Right, so there we go. Just burn those in, just to give it a little bit of a definition really, which I'm quite happy with that now. That's sort of set that bottom part off. So what I'll do is I'll sand and seal, and then we'll get it sanded back, and then we'll get the bottom part finished so we can get it flipped. So what I'll do is I'll zoom you guys back out and get some sand and seal on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a coat of this. Never used this before, so this is a maiden voyage, and I've heard good reports and I've heard bad reports, and the only way to find out if any of them are good is to try it yourself. So that's exactly what I'm now going to do. Well, it's got a shine, so first impressions are pretty good. I like, so yeah, I'm happy with that. Well, this is the minute of truth. We'll see if we can get a bit of texture in there without doing too much damage. So wish me luck. Right, so just zoom you in a little bit, just, oh, no, wrong way, zoom in, not zoom out. So I've got my slight pattern around the outside now, or detail around the outside. I've put a little line either side of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a bit of this black in it, and we'll see how that comes out. Never used this before, so we'll see what happens. Right, so I've put the black in. And now I want to put a little bit of this bronze over the top, but I want to be a bit more careful with this one because I want to keep it in those band marks. So I'm just going to put it in with a brush and hopefully keep it within the lines. So it's not as deep as the other one, but just a bit of a rim really.